Here we go. Man, there's a lot to talk about. Cut to the intro. What's happening, film friends? David the Film Junkie here, and I'm going to bring you some movie news you can find on your own, but I'm going to find it for you and tell you about it, because that's the guy I am. Like I said at the beginning, we got a lot to go over. Man, having a website just, jeez, makes me talk about a lot more crap. I'm thinking about having 2 shows a week now, but anyways, let's get started. Batman versus Superman, Batman. You know I'm going to start off with Batman every time. And there's a lot of Batman versus Superman news, so let's start with thing 1, Man of Steel event that happened on Saturday. If you guys watched it, it was pretty cool. It had Kevin Smith talking to Amy Adams, and Zack Snyder, and Henry Cavill, and they were just going over Man of Steel stuff, but Kevin Smith did awesome job as usual. He just knows how to talk, and sometimes he doesn't have filters, which is awesome, but he tried to get some details out of Zack Snyder a little bit about Batman versus Superman, you know, everything like that we all want to know. Well, turns out Zack Snyder really couldn't talk about it. He even said it himself. He started talking a little bit about stuff, and then he said, I can't say anymore. I'm going to get in trouble. And I was like, ah. And then they showed some artwork that's Batman versus Superman artwork, but it's nothing from the actual movie itself. It's just different artists are auctioning off. It's for some Heroes campaign foundation thing that they're doing with eBay, I believe. I couldn't find the link for it when I wrote the article, but they have a couple of pieces of artwork for auction to, you know, sell and give to the foundation. So if you want to check out those pieces of artwork, I'll have the article down below in the balls area. Check it out, see what you think. But then, sorry. Guess what happened after the camera stopped rolling at this event? Zack Snyder goes up to, or tells Kevin Smith, hey, come here, man, come over here. Come on, get over here, fatty. So Kevin Smith goes over there and goes, what? Zack Snyder pulls out his phone, pulls up a picture, and shows Kevin Smith. And what is on that picture? Well, it's Ben Affleck in the Batsuit. Yes, Kevin Smith came out yesterday saying that he saw the Batsuit, that Zack Snyder showed him the Batsuit on his phone from Batman vs. Superman. Somebody quick, anybody, hack Zack Snyder's phone right now. Kevin Smith said he was blown away by it. I mean, obviously people are going, of course he's going to say that, but no, just the way he sounded. Read the quote. I'll have the article down below in the balls area. Read the quote. I mean, he sounds ecstatic about it. He said he gave Zack Snyder a huge bear hug. He said that we have not seen a Batsuit like this in the movies, which tells us right there, confirms that it's going to be a gray suit, either gray and black or gray and navy blue, which is awesome. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't want to see an all black padding anymore. We're done with that. Let's keep it, let's make it true to the comic, because in the comic he really wasn't wearing black at all. That's awesome stuff. And then look at this picture right here. This was released by a guy named Jock, right, who I guess is an artist, and he said he's working on a WB project, and there it is. There's some, yeah, Batman, Wonder Woman, Batgirl also. What the fuck? Of course, he went to his Twitter account the next day and said, no, it's not Batman versus Superman. How? So what the hell is it? Well, what it could be is a new animated series. Or not an animated series, but an animated movie. Your guess is as good as mine. Now for casting rumors. Well, we've been talking about Wonder Woman and how Jamie Alexander was maybe up for it, but now they're saying no because she's got an obligation with Marvel because she plays Sif in Thor 2, or all the Thor movies. Well, now this little sexy little thing right here might be up for Wonder Woman as well. That is Olga something. I can't even say her last name, but she was a Bond girl. She also was in Oblivion. She's pretty hot, but she's got a very skinny profile, so I'm not really seeing it. This is all speculation, of course. I guess there was a couple other actresses named too, but they're, you know, it's mainly like they're reading for the female lead part. Who knows if it's going to be Diana or is it just going to be Bruce Wayne's love interest? Like I said, it should throw us off. Like she has a whole different name, then we find out, oh, your real name's Diana. Oh shit. And then we hear that Nightwing might be in this frickin' movie. My God. And so far, 6 actors are supposed to be reading for Nightwing, or the Dick Grayson role, and only 3 of them have been released. And those 3 are Adam Driver, Penn Badley, or something like that, and Ezra Miller. Okay? And you can, obviously I showed you the pictures right there. What's really interesting though is Ezra Miller is 21 years old while the other 2 are in their late 20s. Like one of them's 29 and one of them's 27. Which is kind of fishy because obviously Nightwing is a more mature Dick Grayson, so he's got to be, you know, in his late 20s, early 30s. Then we got this 21-year-old. Don't tell me there's going to be a Robin in here too. which would be cool. Trust me, I would love to see a lot of the Batman characters in there. I'm just worried that it's going to be too convoluted and like, oh god, even though I wouldn't mind if the movie was 12 hours long. Shit, that'd be porn! Any more word on this, I will let you guys know. Then we move over to Marvel, and they're doing something really cool with Netflix. Turns out that Marvel is going to have live action shows of Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones. Iron Fist? Iron Fist. I guess they're like part of a team too in Marvel. Like I said, I wasn't really big on Marvel. I think they're called the Defenders or what. And apparently they're going to have separate shows and they're going to be crossing over like crazy. And they might make their way in the movies as well too. So this is bold, this is awesome, and this is smart because they're going to be on Netflix. So the pressure of getting ratings is not going to be that bad, as well as they have freedom to do so much shit. DC, start listening.
Sequels and prequels.
And Terminator 5 has already been testing for the roles of Sarah and John Connor, and 3 actresses have been already named for Sarah Connor, and those actresses are Cheat, yes I know, Emilia Clarke, who's from Game of Thrones, Brie Larson, who is from Scott Pilgrim, she played, Scott's ex, the singer chick, I forgot her name, her, and Margot Robbie, who's going to be in the upcoming movie The Wolf on Wall Street. And then we got John Connor, Garrett Hedlund, who was from Tron Legacy, that dude. Good choice right there. He's a pretty good actor. And Boyd Holbrook, who is in Milk, are going up for the role of John Connor. But what's weird and what's a little fishy about those actors is they're pretty close in age. There's no father-daughter. There's no mother-son. There's no mother-son correlation right there. So that is leading us to believe that maybe there's going to be a lot of time jumps. And we're going to see different stages, which would be kind of cool, but apparently the rumored story, and it's ridiculous, and if they are going with this movie's going to suck really bad. Basically, the rumored story, the plot of this movie is it's going to take place in either the 40s or the 50s, and a machine obviously is sent back in time to kill Sarah Connor's parents, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger character goes back to protect. He's not a machine, he's the real guy, and then all of a sudden they base the new, T-800s off of his look. Which doesn't make sense because unless they are planning on making these robots look like a flabby 66-year-old, Arnold shouldn't even be in this movie at all, or like maybe he could play the character that the robots were based off of, but not, how are they gonna, I don't know, that should not be the plot, end of story. And say it ain't so, Bruce Campbell, what the F, man? Turns out all this Army of Darkness 2 stuff, he says it's internet BS and it's all not true. What the hell? I don't take it too seriously because it could just be Bruce Campbell being Bruce Campbell. I mean, he was the one that was at some panel and said, yes, it's going to happen. So what, is he just lied to everybody? I think not, because, especially since the Evil Dead remake director said, oh no, Sam Raimi is directing Army of Darkness 2. Yeah, I think he's just fucking with us. So nice try, Bruce Campbell. Try not to shatter our dreams. Ghostbusters 3 might see Emma Stone and Jonah Hill, yes. Oh, my childhood cartoons and comic books and action figures I watch and movies that I watch constantly going to have my future wife in it. That tickles my heart. This picture right here is actually Jonah Hill taking a picture with the Ecto-1, so you never know. And the plot of the movie is supposed to be a new, young group of Ghostbusters that the older guys are training to be Ghostbusters, so why not have these guys? Why don't we get Michael Cera in there and what's his nuts, and we'll have a freaking super bad reunion. I like that idea. You guys ready for Saw 8? I'm not either. I don't even think I saw the last 2, but whatever. Looks like Lionsgate wants to resurrect the Saw franchise. There hasn't been a Saw movie since 2010, apparently. I was like, wow, it's been that long? Interesting, because Paranormal Activity took over the Halloween stuff, but they want to bring Jigsaw back for Saw 8. They actually thought about rebooting the franchise altogether, which, why do that since it's still kind of fresh? So now they want to just make another sequel, so we'll see what happens with that. Okay. And the last bit of sequel news, did you guys know there was actually an E.T. 2? Yeah, written shortly after the first one. E.T. 2 Nocturnal Fears is what this was called, and if you want to read the entire script, check down below in the balls there. It turns out Steven Spielberg and somebody else wrote a script for E.T. 2, but it's drastically different from the first E.T. It basically centers around Elliot and his friends. They get abducted by aliens that are really bad aliens, go through nightmarish kind of stuff, and then they try to contact those good E.T. aliens. And there you go. Apparently E.T. is not even a strong presence in the story, and then it got scrapped because Spielberg said it would totally just take away from the, what did he say, the virginity, I think he said, of the first one. So, I mean, obviously the first one was like a family, heartwarming film, so this one is completely the opposite.
Casting news!
And finally, in casting news, Elizabeth Olsen has been confirmed to be playing Scarlet Witch in Avengers 2, yes. Sam Jackson actually threw it out there and said, hey, yeah, motherfucker! And then she was in an interview where she talks about working with Aaron Taylor Johnson on Godzilla, where they played husband and wife. Now they're going to team up as brother and sister in the Avengers. So that's cool stuff. It's awesome how the Olsen twins have gone nowhere, and the little baby sister is like, hey, I got talent. Well, alright guys, that's all the news I wanted to talk about today. Make sure you hit that like, thumbs up button if you like today's show. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Well, I'm David, the Film Junkie, and I brought you some movie news you can find on your own, but I found it for you and told you about it. You're welcome. Love you. Bye-bye.